And I have a couple of tools here. Some kind of what you spread the cement. This is the knife for the wool, and something scraper tool, and the saw. Watching Wanna Be Overlander, rebuilding by Overland vehicle. Hello from Wanna Be Overlander YouTube channel, and welcome back to Rebuilding by Overland vehicle. And this episode we are going to start to install flooring, make some kind of insulation to the floor, and let's see what else we could do in this episode. I'm just starting this after a little bit holiday break. I have here some plywood for flooring. Also I get the one setback. I'm already pre-ordered this rock and roll bed for my van, and I'm sure I'm ordered the correct one. But they sent me right hand drive side rock and roll bed, and there was only this kind of document in the package, and they say right hand drive. So, but the company in France say they promised to send me the correct one, but perhaps I need to wait it 1 or 2 months before it arrives here. So, but perhaps today they come to pick up this. So I need to repacking this. I can take some measures here so I can continue building and have a place for the correct one. But I have a little bit issue here. Anyway, when I get the correct one, I need to make some changes in this area because, but of course on opposite side, because of my van is a caravelle. So here is this kind of air unit which takes air from this side of the van, and here is the blower. So the seating comes here. So I need to rebuild this panel and a little bit make changes to that rock and roll bed. So it's get even narrower in this end, but I think I can manage it. So this kind of things in this episode, and let's continue and see what we can get. So I make a little bit measurements. Here is this pin for the side panel, and here is some kind of reinforcement under the floor, and here is undercarriage for the rear diff. So if could drill holes for the bench in this section, it could be very nice strong place, and rear mounts coming about here. So when I make the flooring, I could not see this from up here anymore, so that's why I checked this line where possible drill holes is about 5 centimeter front from this pin. So under the van it looks like this. So if I could drill holes here, it can be a strong place, and otherwise it have to be 5 centimeters more front, so then it could go behind this. So then there is not much place for the bolt because of this beam. So it's good if it could be here. So I make this kind of solution here. I'm gluing this kind of sticks here because of this shape of this sheet metal. I could not use square blocks, wood blocks, so I'm used this kind of round blocks, and I could have a tiny layer polyurethane foam under the floor. So this allows me to spray the foam here and then sanding it straight. So that's at least is my plan. So let's continue this and see how it goes. I need to check because some my sticks are not round because there is some odd shapes in the floor. so uneven spaces, so that's why I sand in some areas my wood sticks, but this one is straight piece, so just put the glue on here, so I could have just a few millimeters over this higher point of the floor, my polyurethane foam. So that's at least my plan. So that's it. Then I put some weights here. Then we wait for tomorrow. Then we can start to perhaps do some foaming. So now my floor is covered with the wood sticks, and purpose of this is I'm going to fill this whole floor with the polyurethane foam, and then sanding it level with these wood sticks, so I can have just a tiny layer of that polyurethane. The next thing, I need to masking all the walls with the paper, because there is lots of overspray coming and I don't want to mess the whole van. So now my van is wrapped. I have this kind of spray gun, VW foam gun S1, and VW Easy Spray Foam 111. Some kind of new system nozzle, so I can spray this actually to the larger area. So let's see how this is going to happen. I have 8 bottles of those, and I don't know how many it's going to take, but perhaps it's need to spray several layers to get that thickness what we want, and then we need to cut it and sanding it straight. But let's start it, and I'm open this package and check how this nozzle works. So this is something what I don't never done before, so this is first time for me. I'm just going to try how this possible working. Perhaps the spray goes this way now. It's go this way, so I'm going to try to spray now here. It's a big problem to spray to downwards. The bottle should stay up. But I think this is going to work. First we spray not too much, then the second layer 1 hour later. So this is just the first layer, and it's going to already feel quite okay. It's going to feel quite okay. So the first bottle go to this area. I'm not long enough to spray there. Yeah, this is the first bottle. Then 1 more bottle to there. They say 40 centimeters, so I spray perhaps two zones. This is perhaps 40 centimeters, not yet. But I'm quite happy with the result. So I have this solvent here, so let's see how this cleaning works. I think this is okay. The nozzle is empty. I need to take some towel, wipe this nose. So the surface is like this. Actually this is not smell very much. and this is a white color, but there is a little bit empty spaces sort with the wood stick, so I don't spray it enough perhaps, but I keep it dry now and spray it more 1 hour later. Obviously you see it's not comes over the wood sticks everywhere yet, so that's why I need to spray it more. Somewhere it comes more because I do it better, but let's see. So, and the next task is leveling this foam to these wood sticks, and I have a couple of tools here. Some kind of what is this? What you spread the cement, and this is the knife for the wool knife, and something scraper tool and the saw. But I think this tool for the wool is quite okay, and this also is possible. This knife, my handle can go over the edge, but I don't know how I'm going to cut it in the middle of there, because the handle is come on the way. So I will see how that goes. I could try this saw also, but I think this is a little bit too rough tool, and if it's too flexible I could cut it too down from the middle if the blade is bending. This is a little bit stiffer, so let's see how this is going, but I need to try how I managed to do this. I could always spray more foam when needed, but if not necessary, I better not cut it off too much. And I don't want to scratch the paint. That's also another thing. So I think this one is better for the edges, so this is not too aggressive for the paint. I think so. Everything I need to try. Yeah. So, and there is a lot of air bubbles inside, so the foam is not so even either. So perhaps I need to spray here a little bit more anyway, but let's see how this goes. So I try to sanding with my best tool and 60 grit paper, so this could make this absolutely straight. But there is some deep bubbles where I should have a little bit more foam, so perhaps I need to sanding this and repair a little bit some spots and resanding those places tomorrow. So that's the plan for right now. So this is the surface now. Somewhere I use the wrong method to cut. I cut it a little bit deeper, and here I stand up over the foam, so it goes a little bit deep somewhere. And one place there I have an accident with sanding, so there I could see the metal. I could brush something there. But those lower spots, I'm going to use a little bit foam when I attaching the plywoods here. I feel those spots same time when I apply the plywood. So then there's no too much empty space. So anyway, those bubbles are the problem, but what you can do for that. But I'm okay with these results, and I could get the ultra low floor and with the maximum insulate. So the next thing is cut this plywood. So the first fitting, I need to cut a little bit that corner and make some tiny grindings and other edges, so then perhaps it could fit here. So the floor is cut. I didn't film it because there's nothing to watch, but I'm going to leave here a couple of millimeter gap so I could put some joint sealant there, and I'm cut this, and my blade a little bit teared this edge, but I think it's never mind, it's cannot see later. I put some black sealant to these edges anywhere because I want to avoiding the water goes under the floor. Yeah, that's it. Oh, now my floor plywoods are fitted. Now I'm going to drill a couple of holes which is going to hold this together when the spray foam dries under the plywood. So let's do that, and then we can fit this final time. I need to use a different kind of screws so they are not up from the floor. Now I'm going to take off these plywoods again and spray a little bit foam there and then put them back together final time. So this my polyurethane spray foam is Penosil Easy Spray Foam 111, and I use this kind of gun, and this nozzle one nozzle comes with each bottle. So, and shaking this 20 times, and I hope I cleaned last time my spray gun good enough. So let's try. So I need to fill a little bit here where I have a damage or not the complete fill. So this could be a little bit messy job, but I try to fill those. Just spray a little bit here. I could glue this floor together, and I try to fill those empty spots. This is for the gluing my floor. So now I'm going to put the boards here, and I hope it's going to glue together and leveling straight. Yeah, it's floating here nice, so it's definitely goes together. Then the second piece. Yeah, it's on there. I'm get a little bit overflow, but I'm going to cut that off when it dries. Then I hope I could find those screw holes. That could be the problem. But I think, yeah, they should go to place. The first one, then Yeah. Now we have a sandwich floor. I have a bag of rice, so I'm going to put on that corner. I need to do many holes here, and my kitchen, I need to screw it in the floor, so I don't need to put there any excessive screws. So I hope this one could keep this floor here in the level. So I could put there one more back and here. We leave it drying, and then we can unmasking this and then put some black joint sealant to the corners. So the spring is coming and we have a strong sunlight already, as you see. But while I leave my floor drying, because I don't know how long time it's going to take on those large areas under the plywood, because it's not get air easy there, so it's good drying few days. So while we're waiting that, I'm start to prepare my kitchen unit. I have lots of parts here, and this is literally like a IKEA box. Lots of plywood pieces, so definitely you could not do very nice set like this if you don't have these pre-cutted parts. So it's take a while for found correct piece, because there is I don't know how many, 30, 40, 50 pieces, lots of screws, hinge, and any kind of accessories that we need to put this together. Yeah, I use my lift and make table for me. It's much easier to fit this together here. And but I'm not going to filming all of this, because there's nothing to filming building IKEA furniture. This is from 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 from UK. I don't have any business with them together, only I ordered this from there, and I managed to get the shipping myself, because they don't sell Europe Union. But instruction manual, they have lots of pages, and I'm trying to watch these pictures, because these are mirrored. This is for the UK, the right-hand drive vehicles, and I have a left-hand drive. So these are mirrored images, but I think we could manage it. I'm just start to fitting the first parts together, and perhaps I make a time-lapse video a little bit. So I just a little bit fitting this closet here, and instruction manual talking about the floor thickness, and that's why I try to make it as thin as possible. Of course it's for the headroom, but also for the closet, so they could fit better with the wall. I need just cut a little bit some corners, so I can push this all the way back to the wall. I don't cut from the down from the floor side, because it fits quite nice here. Just a bit here, so it could go 1 centimeter more deep. Now I could unwrap the papers. I don't need to worry about anymore that spray foam. That's why I cover it before complete, because I didn't know how messy job it was. Then I could continue fitting these closets. I don't install the doors or anything yet here because I need to lifting those many times in the car and off the car. I'm not going to filming all of this. Yeah, I have most of fittings done now, and I'm going to cut a little bit more here, so this can go just a tiny few millimeters more in, so I could get the straight line with the front. I make some modification. I take this shelf a little bit higher, so I could put this Trellino toilet seat inside this closet. This is very perfect place for this, so it's not seen in there. And freezer place I have empty. I don't want to put a big freeze there. I want to have just a small, perhaps 20-30 liter luggage type refrigerator. It's not going to eat all this place. And this place is for the water bottle. And I make a heater pipe goes running behind the closet, and I make one nozzle here, down here, behind my grill here, and one more somewhere here. So I could have a little bit airflow in the back of the car, van, and here under the seat. And what else? But now I'm going to take off this and then start to finishing everything and make a flooring.
Yeah, I have a water container. This is something about 57 liter or 53 liter, something like that. And it's come a little bit down here. And especially I'm scared this point of tank because it's quite down. But actually it's not much lower than the fuel tank, and the fuel tank is more lethal for the car. Anything from track behind the wheels of this tank, and this point, if there is any stone or something, it's could huge damage here. So I'm not sure what I do with this, but I think it's be what it be, because it's for the draining. There is a draining plug, so I could empty this tank from this end. And another end is also lower place, but that's for the pump, for the water pump. There is hose fittings. I need to welding some kind of pipe there, so I can have a hose fitting. And then I'm going to install this place to the filler neck. And I make here couple of holes for the sink drainage. And I make some insulations here. And now I need to start to prepare the wall. I don't know what is this name, but this is for my water tank, for the filler place, filler neck. And there is a air fitting hose fitting and the filling hose. So I'm going to install this here in this place, and I measure already
this is the highest point here, so this edge not go over this edge in the van. So this should be the correct place. And I have I think this is 98mm or something like that, a cup drill. I don't know what is this name in English, but I'm going to try to use this. It should be quite okay. Only problem is in the upper place here is this not a round area, so my hole is going to be a little bit higher. I should use some sealant perhaps here. Let's see what comes out. My drill is dual. So I'm not sure what is going to happen with this. This could be quite brutal. Yeah, like that. But this should be nice hole. This should make a hole without burning the color. So we get through. Here's a little bit sharp metal edge. So now I have my van color sample also, and let's try this fitting. Yeah, it's gonna be nice here. So I'm start to install two-way, three-way, anyway, stretch fabric here, and I'm cut already long slice. I'm going to spray glue here and then I start to fitting it here. This is my first time. I never do this kind of interior, so I don't try to make those window posts same time because it needs a lot of fabric. So I cut it slice this way and then another slice this way. So let's try how it goes. These are my van air vents. They goes behind the rear bumper in the back corners, and one left side, one right side. And this allows the air goes out from the cabin. And I make some kind of net here, because if you go those tropic countries, there is a lots of snakes. I'm already found one snake in my van. Perhaps I have one photo when I found the one snake here. It was dead and complete drying, so I didn't know how long time it was there, but I found it from laying from here. So that's why when I install those air vents there, I don't want any snakes crawling to under my bed. In the Southeast Asia there is lots of tiny mouses, like perhaps only a couple of centimeters, and they crawling in every vehicle and eating belts and everything. So that's why I make this kind of net. There is this thinner net and then this little bit thicker outside. So I hope there's not any creatures, unwanted ones, come in the car. This metal is a little bit bent, but I think it's not a big problem. There is this soft material in the edge, so just click this on. Yeah, that's it. And now the mouse not come in to my van from this end, definitely. So I make this kind of insulation to this window because it's going to be behind the closet, so it's not going to be invisible later. But This foam I sprayed here last night, and this is my heater pipe. It's going to be inside the wall behind the kitchen unit. So now I'm going to start to cut this foam and try to shaping it a little bit better. So let's see how it's going to look like. I want to close this with the fabric so then I can install the flooring. Yeah, I have 1X curtains for the 𝐓𝐘𝐒. So these are a little bit too short because they supposed to go to over the plastic trims, but I took off those plastics and screw these curtain rails straight to the sheet metal. Perhaps these straps I couldn't open later because there is some plastic cover coming over this place. This one I'm going to screw this to the place next, and I'm waiting my foam. I make some patches here because there was a lot of holes, and I feel this edge, but these curtains are looking absolutely nice. So I put this two-way stretch material here in this edge and also this side edge, and now my plan is fill this area with the black because I have excessive material, that black two-way stretch. I'm going to fill this area straight over this foam, and then down I'm going to use a plywood I'm already cut. This plywood piece I don't attach there yet, but the wall is done, and I could check this later how I'm going to attach it. Perhaps I'm just glue it together to the foam surface, but it's behind the closet and actually you cannot see that. And next thing is I'm start to prepare the flooring. I don't know which way it's better. I see that lots of guys installing the floor in this way. This joint, I think it's better. There is overlapping, lots of overlapping, so if there is any movement it's gonna be stiffer. So I'm not sure. Perhaps I'm going to install it this way. I have pre-cut all the planks, and from the first package I have 2 packets of this one, so that's just enough. I have 2 extra slices because it's gonna take only 3 row, full complete row anymore to complete this floor. But I lose time only with this fender arch and cutting the doorstep and the heater all. And this is quite easy to cut. You fit them in the place. I mark with the masking tape because this is not gonna leave any marks here. So we just take the which against. I'm going to cut this with this blade. Vinyl. So this is plastic which contains a little bit of some kind of stone material. I need to put this under the cardboard because I need this edge here, and then use force like that and it snaps. And then we have this backing material which needs to cut off. Like that. I'm not installed this yet, just the refitting. So it's going a bit nice here, and that's how we continue. I need to start to put the glue here in the floor. And I don't know how messy job this going to be, and then I need to fit these parts here. So, and instructions say don't glue this, but obviously we don't listen that. We are going to glue this because the car is shaking when we're driving, so this needs to be steady here. This my masking tapes are here, so I could know the correct place. Let's start to fitting
parts and how this should install. This should go just hitting it down. So let's continue with this piece. This complete piece, and I could take off my markings here. Just find this metal. This should be 100% watertight. I'm going to leave some rice sacks here as same before, so it could glue the floor together better, a larger area. So I'm not going to filming all this. Oh, this is quite tricky to make a hole because this is too tiny piece. I could not hold this better. So that would be a little bit tricky, as you see. Yeah, the first one is off. It's almost through. Yeah, I could cut it off. Yeah, this is last piece for my flooring, and I'm already checked this, going to fit here nice. So I'm going to end this video here. Perhaps there's nothing to watch too much in this video because anything is not ready. I have my kitchen unit and the closet and etc. done, and they wait the sink because I'm order the sink there, and water tank, anything is fitted and ready to go to my van, but need to wait some parts before I could install anything proper. So for a while I'm end this video here, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, and perhaps next video we could install kitchen unit and have more something visible ready in this van. So the Camperizing is going quite nice.